Nobody truly sleeps in the Strait of Hormuz, even when the sea looks calm. Everyone knows one wrong move could shake the entire world. This narrow waterway carries nearly 1/5 of the world's oil supply. It's where American warships, Iranian drones, massive oil tankers, and some of the most advanced fighter jets on Earth silently watch each other every single day. And just hours ago, something happened. Something that immediately caught the attention of military analysts across the globe. An American F-35 appeared in one of the most dangerous regions on the planet and reportedly carried out a maneuver many experts are calling unusually aggressive. No dramatic press conference, no official announcement, no breaking news sirens. But satellite activity, military tracking data, and sudden movements in the region suggest one thing: the United States was sending a message, and that message was not meant for the public. It was aimed directly at Iran. The real question now isn't what happened. The real question is, why would America risk sending one of its most advanced stealth fighters into one of the most sensitive flashpoints on Earth? And what exactly were they trying to prove? Because if this situation spirals out of control, the consequences could reach far beyond the Middle East. To understand why a single 35 caused so much tension, we first need to understand the Strait of Hormuz itself. This narrow passage connects the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. And despite its small size on the map, it controls one of the most important energy routes in the world. Every day, millions of barrels of oil pass through this corridor. If shipping in Hormuz is disrupted even briefly, global energy prices can spike almost instantly. That's why the region is constantly monitored by major powers: the United States, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the United Kingdom, Russia, China. Everyone understands the same reality. If conflict erupts here, the economic impact could spread worldwide. For years, tensions between the US and Iran have turned the area into a dangerous chessboard. Warships patrol nearby. Drones monitor the skies. Missile systems stay on alert. And stealth aircraft like the F-35 increasingly play a critical role. Because the F-35 is not just another fighter jet. It represents American air dominance, a stealth platform designed to enter contested airspace, collect intelligence, and strike targets before enemies even realize it's there. And in a heavily monitored zone like Hormuz, that capability changes everything. According to multiple defense observers, this operation looked very different from a routine patrol. Normally, missions near high-risk zones follow a predictable pattern: enter, monitor, leave. Fast and controlled. But this time, reports suggest the F-35 moved unusually close to Iranian-monitored areas. If true, that matters because modern military standoffs are often psychological. Sometimes the goal is not to attack. Sometimes the goal is to force the other side to react. And the F-35 is extremely effective at doing exactly that. The aircraft's advanced sensors allow pilots to gather huge amounts of intelligence in real time: radar activity, communication signals, defense responses, tracking systems. Every reaction can reveal valuable information, which means this may not have been a simple show of force. It may have been an intelligence operation designed to study Iran's defensive network, and that possibility is exactly why military experts started paying attention. Military analysts believe there are several possible explanations. The first is deterrence. In simple terms, the U.S. may have wanted to remind Iran that American forces can operate in the region whenever they choose. Stealth aircraft near sensitive airspace send a very specific message: we can reach places you cannot fully control. But there may also be another objective: testing Iranian reactions. By moving close to radar coverage zones, the F-35 could potentially trigger Iranian systems into revealing how they operate, which radar activates first. How quickly units respond. What signals are transmitted. In modern warfare, data is power. In collecting that data before a conflict ever starts can provide a major strategic advantage. There's also a more concerning possibility. What if the U.S. is increasing readiness? Because regional tensions are already escalating behind the scenes? The Middle East has seen rising instability in recent months. Drone attacks, proxy conflicts, naval incidents, regional escalation. Under those conditions, advanced aircraft like the F-35 become central tools for surveillance and rapid response. Operations, which means this mission could have been part of something much larger than the public realizes. For Iran, the appearance of an F-35 near sensitive territory is impossible to dismiss because the aircraft was specifically designed to challenge advanced air defense systems. Iran has spent years building layered defensive networks across its coastline, long-range radar, surface-to-air missile systems, fast attack boats, drones. Their strategy has never been about matching American weaponry and national power. Instead, it's about making any potential conflict extremely costly. The geography gives Iran an advantage. The Strait of Hormuz is narrow, crowded, and incredibly sensitive. It's going to be small incidents. It can rapidly escalate. The radar lock, close intercept. A misunderstood maneuver in high-tension environments. Small mistakes can become international crises. And that's exactly why this F-35 incident drew so much attention, because nobody wants to discover where the real red line is after it has already been crossed. What happened in the Strait of Hormuz is about more than one fighter jet. It reflects a larger shift happening around the world. Military competition between major powers is intensifying again. Defense budgets are growing. Advanced weapons are evolving rapidly. And modern conflict is becoming increasingly unpredictable. Today's confrontations don't always begin with massive invasions. Sometimes they begin with cyber operations, drone activity, intelligence missions, economic pressure, or military. Aircraft flying intentionally close to hostile territory. The F-35 represents this new era perfectly. An aircraft built not only for combat, but for information dominance. And when it appears in a place like Hormuz, the world pays attention because the message is never just about the aircraft itself. It's about power, influence, readiness, and control. For now, there is no full-scale war, but the tension remains. The United States wants to project strength. Iran wants to prove it will not be intimidated. And the rest of the world hopes neither side miscalculates. Because if direct conflict ever erupts in the Strait of Hormuz, the consequences will not stay in the Middle East. They will ripple across the global economy, energy markets, and international security. And perhaps that's the most unsettling part of all. Not what already happened, but what could happen next. Do you think this F-35 maneuver was simply a show of force? Or was there a much larger operation happening behind the scenes? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy deep dive videos about geopolitics, military technology, and global tensions, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the world is changing faster than most people realize, and sometimes the first signs appear in the sky.